I haven't had one of these in forever. Welcome back. It's definitely been a while, and I'll tell you how long exactly. I have a little YouTube app, and every day I have gone on and thought, shit, it's been 52 days to be precise since I last had a video up, and I was definitely not planning on taking that long of a break, but here we are. Today is the Jubilee Friday, Friday the 3rd of June. I'm off work, which is fantastic. I said to myself, a Friday off, I can film a video and finally update you guys as to what's been going on in my life. And I just wanted to get out of the house, so change of scenery. We're just in the car for a little chin wag and a catch up. Grab yourself a drink, a little snack, cozy up, because I know you can't see the best, but it's definitely a bit grey and miserable outside. I am like Susie Summer still, with curly hair and sunglasses on my head and like nice light coloured clothes, but I needed a little bit of sunshine in this dreary day. Today I just wanted to kind of like talk about two things that have happened recently that have been, one's shit, awfully shit, and the other one's lovely. So I'm giving you the good and the bad, and I always kind of wanted to be transparent. I don't just always want to show good stuff. I have been very fortunate in my life that majority of my life it's been very good. I have not really had any bad, sad, shitty moments, you know, big moments. It's not obviously always rainbows and butterflies, but it's never been bad. So my first break, I kind of only planned for it to be maybe a couple of weeks, and I'd said to myself and I'd said to Gary, like, I am so stuck on what to film. I have no idea what to put out there. I originally wanted to just start making videos just purely for memories, like recording people's birthdays and my birthday and, you know, Christmas and holidays and trips and adventures, and, you know, when we have kids and when we get a house like we did and when we get married and like things like that. I'd obviously used all my holidays and work, so there was going to be no other holidays that year in 2019. So I thought, great, 2020 gonna be filled with travel. I'm now comfortable in front of the camera, it's gonna be great. And then obviously COVID, so that didn't happen. And then it was like, right, okay, well, what else do I like? And I like fashion and beauty and shopping and, you know, makeup and skincare and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, right, I'll do like hauls and I'll do like stuff like that, because I still enjoy it. I only want to do stuff that I enjoy. But then the house happened, so I didn't have like all that spare money floating about to do all those hauls and stuff. So priorities have obviously changed. And then I was just like in a little bit of a limbo from when we got the house, because we're waiting for like things to get done. They're getting done in stages. We don't have like a surplus of money just to like spend willy-nilly and get every single room done at the same time. So we've been doing dribs and drabs here and there, and then it just doesn't like form a good flow of a video. Every Sunday when there wasn't a video up, like I just felt so stressed, and I was like, why am I feeling stressed? Like I'm not, like I'm getting paid, but I'm not getting paid like, you know, really good extortionate money to like be stressing over it, you know what I mean? Like it's not my main job, and this should just be for fun, and I need to stop putting pressure on myself. Other life things are more important. So I just thought, I'll take a bit of time off, I'll take a breather, I'll figure out what way things are gonna go, and obviously I'll wait until something really good's gonna happen. And that something really good did happen, because we have like been on the hunt for kittens for a while. We knew we wanted cats, kittens, some little furry baby. And we did go look when we first got the keys, but it was just too soon. There was like sand everywhere from sanding, there was paint everywhere. It was just too chaotic, and it wouldn't have been nice or fair really. This is our prime opportunity. We're a bit more settled in the house, you know, we've got all our bills under control, we've settled in well, like there's no stress, no drama. We'll get some gorgeous little babies. So we went to Glasgow just for like a wee mini break. It was for the football for Gary, but anyway, it was a mini break for me. And we'd seen the kittens we really wanted, and she said we could have picked them up that Friday, and I was like, oh shit, like we've got a little trip planned, could we get them the week after? And she was like, yeah, of course, no problem, that's fine. So she held on to them for us, and we went and picked them up. Yeah, I'm sure it was the day after we got home from Glasgow. If I could say, that was like the most exciting day ever. Like I was thrilled. We were both thrilled. Like so excited. It was probably about an hour's drive. I think I vlogged it. I'm sure I vlogged it. That was like my comeback, was us getting our gorgeous little kittens. I have quite a few clips that I will pop in at the end of this video, so you can see them and see the day that we got them, and then it'll just like end abruptly because I didn't get to finish the video, but I'll insert that at the end just so you can see that whole process and how exciting it was and how tiny they are. They're still so small. Just if you can't wait, I'll show you a quick picture. Can you see them? Oh my god, they're so cute. I love them so much. They're my most favourite little things and I'm so glad we got them. So we got those on a Friday. 2 of them, they're sisters and they're beautiful. So I was going to work from home the Monday and Tuesday, obviously, just to be there with them while they settled in. We were so excited to have like a little cozy weekend in the house, eat yummy food, cuddle on the sofa, play with our babies. Like we had everything sorted that we needed. Like it was all prepped and planned and it was fantastic. We were all ready for it. My granny loves kittens, like and cats. She totally made me and my mum the crazy cat people that we are. Definitely more of a cat person than a dog person, sorry to say it. I know the majority probably votes dog. So I was excited for her to come and see them, and plus she hadn't seen my house. She is one of my grannies that has dementia. She was on one of my videos. I think it was the What I Eat in a Day, and everyone loved her and like said how cute she was and how sweet she was, and like they were so obsessed with her. And even though she has dementia and obviously she wouldn't remember the cats or kittens and see in my house, I still wanted to obviously have her over and show her, like for my own benefit and enjoyment, because I knew she would love it. And I'd said to Gary on the way back from Glasgow, we need to see Gary, we need to see Granny this weekend, and you know, she can meet the cats and kittens if we can bring her over to the house, or if not just go see her, but definitely, you know, some point get her to see them. So that was all like in my head, planned in my head. Obviously you can't really make a plan with someone with dementia, so planned in my head. And that Saturday morning, the next day, we woke up, all was fine, it was great. We were playing with the kittens, seeing how they were in their first night. They were obviously still a wee bit timid and everything. My mum had just gone to Spain. By the afternoon on the Saturday, we got a call from my auntie and uncle to me and my sister and my papa to say that my granny had been rushed into hospital. Everyone was ringing everyone back and forth and we didn't really know what was going on, and we're obviously trying to keep mum in the loop. That's her mum. When we were told it was critical, I remember like I was sitting with the cats and kittens. I was actually vlogging, I think not long before then. I remember like flinging on my shoes, and I don't even think I had a bra on. I didn't have socks on. I just ran out the door and I was in a bit of a state, so obviously Gary drove me. The whole way in the car we just kept thinking like, it's not going to be critical, like Granny's fine, you know. There's like, apart from having dementia, she's a pretty fit person. She's not poorly ever. Like my other granny was in hospital for 2 weeks prior, you know, with a blood clot in her lung and pneumonia and like all these different things, infections going on, and I couldn't really understand how it would go from like her being okay to not being okay so quickly. So we all rushed up to the hospital and took my papa. My papa and my granny are separated. As soon as we got there, the woman told us, the nurse told us that unfortunately she had passed away. I think she'd not long passed just before we got there. And the most horrible thing was, like, I was walking in with my papa, linking arms. Like I'm so close to my papa, so close to him. I'm close to all my grandparents. When she said that, the feeling of his body, it was horrendous. It was horrendous to be in that situation, and obviously I want to be there for everyone and my papa, but it was a horrible moment just to feel like everything leave his body, and it was awful. I'm trying to support him up and it was horrible. So everyone went in and said their goodbyes to her. I physically couldn't. We all kind of say our goodbyes in different ways, and that unfortunately just wasn't for me. I knew I would have been like literally haunted with it, and I didn't want to do that to myself. So we obviously had to ring mum and tell her the news, and that was awful too. We've had her service. She's getting cremated, so I'm gonna hopefully get some of the ashes to get like a wee piece of jewellery or something made with it. But yeah, it's just been a really weird time in my life. Like I said, I have been like crazy fortunate to not really have lost in my adult life like any family member. My other granny's husband, my grandfather, did pass away, but I was incredibly young. He died very young, and unfortunately I don't have like, you know, the most memories and stuff, so this is the first time kind of going through something awful in my family, and it's just been shit. I knew that something would happen soon enough. You know, I'm 26, all my grandparents are getting older. I'm not naive to think that everyone lives forever. You know, I kind of knew there is going to come a stage in my life, unfortunately, that these things are going to start happening. Some days like I'm okay, and then sometimes I like catch on that, you know, I'm doing something, or I'm laughing at TikTok, or I'm laughing at Gary, or I'm laughing with the cats or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck are you laughing for, Sarah? You know, how could you possibly be happy in a moment like this? And then the other part of me is like, you know, you can't be miserable forever. You know, you can't not live your life forever. You know, it is just part of it, and it's very, very hard. But you can't just be miserable in a corner of a room for the rest of your life. You can't. And Granny wouldn't have wanted that, you know what I mean? She really wouldn't have. She wouldn't have wanted a whole big fuss. She wouldn't have wanted, you know, she was a very blunt, straight to the point woman, and she would have just been like, oh, just get on with it, you know, just get on with it. And I am a big overthinker, so I kind of analyse every situation like so much, and then make a decision based on my analysis, say. And I would, like, you know, life can be a lot sometimes, and if you are someone who has your grandparents or a big family, you know, sometimes, you know, if you're quite close and you do always like doing things with your family and seeing them and whatever, it can get a bit much sometimes, you know, because especially if like parents and grandparents and stuff are separated and divorced, because you can't just walk into one room and see everyone. You know, it's different visits to everyone, and obviously you need to live your own life and do your own things. There's so many different people that I need to see and catch up with that it gets really overwhelming sometimes. Apologies, my battery had died, so we are back. But yeah, I was just saying, it's hard to like spread your time between everyone, and then also see your friends, and also have a life, and also do stuff you need to in the house or whatever. And I would feel so much guilt if it had been like a couple of weeks before I'd seen a grandparent or whatever. And I know my granny Jenny, who has passed, that it had been, I think, 4 weeks since I'd seen her, and I felt awful. And that's why I kept saying to myself, I need to go see my granny this weekend, I need to go see my granny, then I need to go see her, I need to go do this, I need to go see her. And then it just always seemed like something happened, like the trip to Glasgow or getting the kittens, and you know, life gets in the way. But I think I've been very good and lucky that I always do remind myself, you know, you are so lucky that you have everyone still alive, and don't complain about spreading your time, because one day you won't have the people to see. And I know that's maybe a bit morbid. You will have hopefully plenty of time for yourself in the future, and you won't have this time with them forever. So if anyone takes anything from this video, please take that little piece of advice. If you are close to your family and you do see them regularly, or even if you don't and you want to start doing it, just do it, because everyone always regrets it when it's too late and you don't get to. And I am glad I don't have that regret. If you can, you should go and see them, and make as much effort as you can while you can, because they won't be here forever, and it wouldn't be nice to be filled with that feeling of regret. Hope that is maybe me now back to YouTube. There is definitely a few exciting things coming up, so I will naturally film all that for you guys, so stay tuned, you won't want to miss it. I'll be back for the next fun, exciting thing, and there is so many fun and exciting things that will be happening in my life that I'll always be able to put up on YouTube. And yeah, I just need to take the pressure off, but I wanted to put this video up here just to keep you guys in the loop. I don't want to be like a weirdo who comes on crying on their channel. I just want to show you that like life's not always great, and there is bad times, and even though all you might see is great and wonderful, it's not the truth, and everyone is dealing with stuff themselves. Even before this, like I said, I had my other granny in hospital for 2 weeks. That was horrible and stressful and upsetting. My grandfather wasn't well, my papa. he was quite sick for about a week, and you know, everyone's got their own shit going on, so just be nice and mind your own business and stop being so obsessed with like social media and what goes on Facebook and the internet and stuff, and just live your life for your family and your friends and leave it at that. Worry less about the unimportant stuff and really think about what matters. So that's my little motto, my life advice for the day. If you can see that big thing, I'm sorry to tell you, that is bird shit on my window. It happened yesterday and it's really vile. It makes me want to heave every time I look at it. But yeah, I don't want this to be like a horrible video. I'm sorry if it like made you slightly upset or upset. I know a lot of you guys that commented on my last video with her in it, you still loved her and thought she was great, and she was great. She was the best. She was a very quirky, crazy, strange, like, woman, you know. She was everything all in one, you know. She was just like a bundle of fire and feistiness, and obviously then in her later years she got more pleasant, and when the dementia happened, you know, she was actually a nicer woman to be around than when I really remember my childhood memories with her. You know, she was very blunt and stern, and still nice, but just very blunt and stern when we were younger, where in her older years she definitely got a bit softer. So yeah, that is the story of my granny, and I'm not gonna cry anymore. Jesus wept. I sometimes just wish that I was like an emotionless witch. I really do. Speaking of witches, funny story. When I was younger, my granny was called Jennifer Sanderson, was her maiden name. And she told me when I was younger that she was a witch, and if you've seen Hocus Pocus, she was part of the Sanderson sisters. There was 3 of them, she was one of them, and she had a spell book, and she did right enough have one of those books with the eyes on it, and it was locked and you couldn't get into it, and she would obviously never show you into it, but she had a spell book, and that woman had me believing she was a witch. Like, I mean, I believed my granny was a witch. And I told my sister one day, and I remember Nicole being the big mouth that she is in the car. She was in the front. I remember it so clearly. It was in Granny's wee green Citroen. Nicole was in the front and I was in the back, and Nicole goes to Granny, "Granny, Sarah says you're a witch." And I just remember her holding onto the steering wheel and looking back at me and being like, and just give me like the dirtiest look ever, and I was shitting myself. She obviously told me not to tell anyone. Fucking any wonder she didn't tell me to tell anyone, because she probably would have been locked up or something if I had told more people. But yeah, she was a very crazy, eccentric woman. So that is basically why I've been quiet, where I had been, why I had been gone. And I apologise, but I also don't apologise, because it's life and it's out of my control and I can't help it, and I know you will all understand. So I'm gonna sip my frap and enjoy the rest of my Friday off. I'm probably gonna pop in and see my mum quickly and then go back home and play with the kittens. Feels so good just having a chat with you, getting everything off my chest, letting out those few tears that I had in me. And I hope you're all gonna have a wonderful time off, if you are having any time off, actually, that is. I'll try not to overload on kitten content, but it's something I'm obviously passionate about. So yeah, I am going to insert the little clips of the cats that we have at the end of this video. Like I said, it will just end super abruptly because of what happened. So yeah, there is no outro apart from this. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I hope you enjoy your weekend, or you have enjoyed your weekend. This video will probably be up on Sunday, so I hope you've had a lovely long weekend if you did get extra time off, and if not, just a nice weekend. If you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely do, because I keep a lot more up to date on that. It's like short, sweet, simple. And yeah, I will see you guys very soon, hopefully. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm finally back after what, a month or something, I think it's been, maybe longer.
Woo, get here!
Jeez. I've had something really exciting happen in the last, I think, week. I've kind of known about it. And this is the vlog. You'll obviously tell by the title that we're getting kittens and I'm so excited. So yeah, today is the day where our family turns from 2 to 4 and we're soon gonna go and pick up our little babies, our girls, their sisters, and the joy I feel in my life right now, I just can't wait. I can't wait. I'm living like my childhood dream. I always couldn't wait until the day that I could go and get my own kittens, my own cats, and live my best life. So yeah, we found out I think just over a week ago. We should have and could have got them last week, but we had a little trip to Glasgow, so that kind of was in the middle of it, and I just thought we're better waiting until we're home and we're settled. And yeah, we've just been buying stuff for last week. I have loads of stuff there. I'm going to show you everything that we got really quickly before we go get them. I'm working from home Monday and Tuesday just so I can kind of like settle in with the cats. Gary's just going to change doctors. We're just going to do that and then we're going to head up and go get them. Need to stop at Dunelm on the way to take some cushions back, and yeah, we've got everything ready. We've been buying stuff the last week just so like we're organised, there was no rushing about. They're 2 sisters, there was 4 of them, 2 of them have already been rehomed. She wanted them to go in pairs, so that was perfect. I did want to get 2, maybe 3, but definitely 2. Yeah, they're both sisters. I think they're 9 weeks old. Their mummy died probably about 5 weeks ago now. I think she not long passed after giving birth. I don't really know too much about it. I don't know if I want to know too much about it, but I will ask her. It's kitten season at the minute, so everything's crazy with like rehoming centres. We definitely wanted to adopt and rehome rather than buy a kitten or a cat from someone, so it's worked out perfectly. We're giving these little gorgeous girls a beautiful home and a beautiful life, and I can't wait. They are the cutest, and I mean the cutest. Okay, so I set this up the other day. So I got them their little mats. It probably won't stay here, and I've just set the treats in the bowl, but that's their dry food, their treats, and then they've just got the same bowls, their big litter bag, because they will obviously be indoors for 6 months, which I hate cats being stuck inside, but it's the way it has to happen, and it's safe and better for them. So we've got their litter, we've got their litter trays. I got little litter liners, litter odor powder stuff here. Pet spray just to make sure it's all clean, litter liners, pet wipes, our litter scooper. These are the little carriers that we got for them. I did want to get like cute pink ones, but yeah, that's all I had. If I ordered them online, they weren't going to come in time. Got them some of their kitten food. I need to obviously get way more of these just so that we've always got them and we don't run out. I have their little bed set up here. They are super fluffy, especially one of them. So they will need a good brush all the time. Nice little wicker bed that is so soft. We radiator one, like obviously they're tiny, so they're both probably going to fit on that and on that, but we will get them more beds for around the house in different places as time goes on. But anyone who has had cats or dogs, you know that you spend a fortune like buying them beds and they just sit in the sofa, sit on the floor in a corner, sit in a cardboard box. So I didn't want to waste too much money buying them all these cute things that they're just not going to use. So at least I've got those 2 beds. Obviously they're allowed on the sofa, I don't care at all. Oh, makes a wee noise. We've got some balls for them. We've got this wee spinner that lights up and jingles. We've got this little vibrating mouse, vibrates when you pull it. A laser pen, don't know about that, kind of worried. Don't know if I'll actually use that. We have these little toys. I've got their collars, and then this big climbing frame, which I'm so excited about because obviously it's going to go in the living room, and the blue matches so well, and I mean so well. So I'm actually going to lift this in. Like, how cute. They're going to have the time of their lives. I'm going to have the time of my life, and we are so ready for them. I've just missed having like cats and kittens or a pet in the house and just running about in company and the fun of them. So I'm so excited. We're both so excited. I've got their cases, carry cases ready for them, and I've lined them with like puppy pads in case they have accidents. We're going to bring some more of them. We're going to bring blankets and towels, some little treats maybe, and yeah, it's about an hour's drive away, so I hope they're okay. I'll obviously talk to them, sing to them, stroke them the whole time. I'm going to say to them, because they're Toadie and they're sisters and they're friends, whether I should just put them in the one case so they're together and they're not like separate and worried. But I'll bring both just in case, and yeah, we're going to set off and go grab our kids. So excited. we've just got our little babies, and I swear they're so much smaller than I thought they were going to be. They are tiny. How cute are they?
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Look at them. Oh, they're shaking. They really are scared. It's okay, honey bun. It's okay.
We'll just go home.
Yeah.
Take a lid off.
It might be a bit clumpy doing that, I don't know, because it'll be quite bangy. Just take that whole thing out. The bottom too.
It's a lid.
Hello. Come on. Let's let her go. Come on, big girl. It's okay. Come on, Flossie. Are they tiny? There's your water. We just got one wee white foot. Look. Oh, two wee white feet. Oh, wow. Wow. There's your water, honey. Ready? Is that better? Is that nice? Oh, I've got one of those really annoying voices.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
And they're just eggs, cards.
Oh, I don't know. It's just the way she was born. Two white feet.
I'm done at the heart. I'm done at the heart.
You eat them on the water now.
So it is now obviously the next day. I have had a shower. I'm looking like a lion. It's 12:30, so super duper exciting first day and night. We went to bed probably about midnight, and then they slept under the fireplace. So they slept under there the whole night. God love them. Gary came and checked on them I think at like 6 AM and they were still there. And then when I came down at 8 AM to get up, they were still there. So I gave them some treats and then they moseyed their way out. We had bacon sandwiches for breakfast. We chilled. I had a shower. The kids came. My sister came. Her partner came. My dad called. And they have just been chilling in this cupboard. They love going in here. So, look at them. So there's that little hole there is the same down there. And they poke their way through it and then just hide in there. And that's been their favourite spot now instead of the fireplace. We're just chilling and they're just being the cutest. We still haven't really had a cuddle or anything yet because they do just seem to be quite nervous. As soon as you go anywhere close to them, well not really close to them, but just kind of go, as soon as your hand goes on them or really, really close to them, that's then when they start to get a wee bit nervous and they run away. But I know, show that. I just ran out of memory there, but I was sorting it out. But while I was doing that, Gary was able to get a little cuddle with both of them. So I'm gonna put my laptop away and try to get some cuddles and snuggles from them. Obviously it'll just take a bit of time, but the last time we went to like the wee rescue centre, like they were kind of running all over you. But that's them being in a place they know and not in a strange place. And they've obviously, yeah. But you know, they're there, so you know, they know everyone, they're familiar with it, and now they're in a strange place. So we'll work on it. The guy though, I don't know if I mentioned this, the guy that has their brother and sister has been messaging me and wanted to meet up, so yeah, I'll show you. If he's not too far away, I totally wouldn't mind it, but the tabby one, Flossie, she's called for now, I don't know if I'm going to change it or not, but she did get quite stressed on the way over, and it was quite a long journey, and I wouldn't really want to do that again to her. And it, like, there's nowhere where you could, like, it's not like a dog you can meet halfway and let them run in a park. No. So I don't know what we'll do, but we're just enjoying our time so much with them, and we're just having a nice little cozy weekend playing with them. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep showing you cute little clips and snippets, but that has been it so far, and it's been a dream. You're alright.